Good afternoon, YouTube, or is it still morning yet? I don't know. I think it's still morning yet. Anyways, we're on the north side. Some folks I met last night were kind enough to let me use their laundry facilities, and I actually got to do some laundry this morning. I actually feel like a human being again. Oh, you would not believe what a morale boost clean clothes is. The only thing that I didn't get to do was my jacket. I'll do it the next time I come. I got clean underclothes, I got clean shirts. Oh, it feels wonderful. Jesus. I know it's the last thing, you guys take it for granted, but when you're homeless, it's kind of hard, even in the homeless shelters, it's kind of hard to get your laundry done because nobody ever is just, sitting around not doing anything. Especially when it comes to laundry. Everybody has dirty clothes when you're homeless. It's just a way of life. I mean, you can't, it's very difficult to keep clean out here. Even though you have access to laundry facilities, even ones that you pay for, or folks who are kind enough to let you use theirs. But look how nice the north side is. Oh. These apartments are nice up here. It's really not that far of a walk either. Looks like it is, but it's not. So I had a discussion last night in the shelter about what makes a person homeless. I know I've touched on this before, but we really got into this conversation. A fellow homeless person who I admire very much. He's very articulate, highly intelligent, and it's just amazing that you find yourself in this situation in life. But anyway, as the story goes, we narrowed it down to two things. And the first one is, it's usually severe alcohol and drug addiction. Just look at these homes. Look at that. A lot of beautiful churches here too. Oh, I guess you can't see it. Oh yeah, you can. Here it is up there in the front. There's Allegheny General up there. But anyway, and the second one is, believe it or not, mental illness. Mental illness is, I think, the most, one of the most normal causes. One of the most popular. And it's not because Ronald Reagan shut the mental institutions down in the 1980s. People become mentally ill all the time. I mean, it just happens. That's what a lot of people don't seem to realize. It's just not something that, it's like cancer, heart disease, or anything else. People become mentally ill. They just do. I can verify it. I can, if I was allowed to have this camera in the shelter, I'd show you. But I'm not. So, I mean, if I was to tell you that it's something else, I would say relationship breakups. A lot of spouses who divorce, they can't afford the payments on a house anymore if they decide to stay. They become homeless. I touched on this briefly in a previous video, but there's a couple of shelters here in Pittsburgh where there's women living with their kids growing up in homeless shelters. I can't imagine. Now, I haven't done a video on this, and I've gotten a lot of requests for it, and I'm going to do one, but I can't imagine growing up in a homeless shelter, knowing what I know about them and the experience that I've had with them. I can't get into that right now because that's not what this video is about. I will address those issues later. But so I think that those are probably the two most likely causes why people, get homeless and become homeless. The mental illness is, I can't emphasize it enough. Since I've been out in these streets, I can't believe what I've seen. And in the shelters, it's just, I've also seen, and I haven't touched on this, but out in these streets, I've seen a lot of overdoses. and you EMTs and medics who work, you know, fire people, cops too. You've seen a lot on your job, but here in the city, man, I ain't talking about Beaver County, man. I'm talking about if you think it's bad there, Jesus, the cities, man. I mean, there's somebody laying out in this fucking street all the time, ODing. I seen 2 of them in one night. Cops came and got them, medics. I would love to know how many calls they get to Pittsburgh paramedics for, you know, OD, drug overdoses in one day. You know, it's insane. I've seen quite a few of them already. Hopefully these people have made it. But the heroin epidemic is so bad among homeless people. You know, you think it's in a general community, and it is. You know, your newspapers are telling you the truth, but oh, it's really bad among homeless people. And what's interesting about that is, it's not like heroin is a cheap drug. Heroin's actually expensive. How the fuck do these homeless people afford it? It's really astonishing that homeless people have money for drugs, but they don't have money for a place to sleep. And here you go. Here's a homeless guy right here. See him? Well, that car's in the way right now, but whenever you see a guy that has, you know, a buggy full of plastic bags, tent stuff, these are homeless dwellings here. People will sleep over these. And up there, he's right there. That's a homeless guy. They're all over the city. They're all over the city. Look, he sits there in a chair. That's his life. Plastic bags. Be thankful you get up every fucking morning in the warm home. I challenge anybody that has watched my videos thus far to come out and do this for just 3 days. Let me know what your perspective is on life after those 3 days. I guarantee you it will change your life. I guarantee it. For the better. I'm not saying for the worse. Now we're going back into the city. I gotta cross the bridge here. It's really not that big of a deal to walk to the north side. But homeless people in general have those two, which apparently it seems to be 2 insurmounting obstacles: drug and alcohol addiction and mental illness. Lack of family, lack of friends. How that happens, I don't know, but it does. It's so dangerous walking across these streets. Pittsburgh is so different than old Beaver County used to be. But I'll tell you one thing, with this experience I've had, I think I can handle anything in life. It's just, it's been such an eye-opener for me, and, well, according to the feedback and comments I'm getting, is for you as well, and I'm very happy about that. Because that's what I wanted. This is a hard life. These are some nice apartments up here. We're walking past. I'll tell you something. Don't ever get into a situation inside your head where your life is completely hopeless and things can't get any worse. I'm living proof it can get worse. Now I'll give you a homeless